Alrighty, so day one of my trip. Now I didn't think to record this yesterday, which was day one, so technically on day two now. But day one was good fun. I left Melbourne about 6. It's a 4-hour drive. I ran some errands and I ended up leaving Harrietville, which is where I started, about midday. And now I'm heading up to Mt Feathertop. So my first stop is a hut called Victorian Hut. And so I made my way up there. It's a 10k walk, but it's also 1200 metres up. So it's pretty brutal. By the end of it, I was going pretty slow. I made it up there in about 3 hours, maybe a little bit more. Started setting up. Some guys from about my age, from uni, had started rolling in from the opposite direction, and we all set up, got chatting. I cut some firewood for them. Turns out that they'd brought us over beer, so we all went to the hill near the hut and watched the sunset while drinking a nice cold beer, and it was pretty good. Beautiful sunset, beautiful day. You know, I walked up through cloud layers. I walked through the snow line, of course, and yeah, set up for the night. Stayed the night in my tent just to see how well it worked. The hut was beautiful, and that was our evening. Alright, so day 2 of my adventure, or whatever you want to call it. So today started obviously at Victorian Hut, where I spent the last night. Got out, I didn't rush, and headed out to Diamantina Spur. So basically headed up towards the mountain. I ended up having lunch on, left my pack at the junction, and just went for a walk to find a view. It was spectacular. Obviously came back from there, picked the pack up and moved it like 100 metres to the junction of the next track, and went and had lunch on the summit, and it was spectacular. You could see everything. I mean, it's just incredible. Couldn't have asked for a better day. From there, I made my way down the mountain, had to break some trail across the side and around, and made my way to the MUMC Hut, which is where I'm spending the night tonight. I have to say it is insane. This hut's got lights, it's got a loft, it's pretty incredible. It's even got a sink with pumping, like you pump the water through. It's good. Anyway, that's all for today. So it's my third day. I have spent today just relaxing it, and I figured, seeing as I haven't really gone anywhere today, I'm going to show you a quick tour around the hut. So, just coming through here, you've got this beautiful little airlock. Works quite well. Inside, obviously, you've got this pretty incredible geodesic dome. You've got a loft upstairs for sleeping. Out the windows, non-stop view. You've got a sink with a pump. You've got tables, obviously all my food there. All my gear either hanging up to dry or sitting there. Interestingly enough, and pretty impressively, this hut actually has solar. You've got lights. There's a little floodlight above the sink. There's one in the entry. There's also fairy lights everywhere. Fairy lights up here. Speaking of up here, this is the loft. Obviously, you've got my sleeping area here. You could fit a lot of people up here. Theoretically, the maximum load is 15. But probably the most impressive thing is just the view. It's incredible. I've just spent today soaking this in, so it's been good. And I will catch you tomorrow. So it's day 3 of my great Alpine adventure. The sun hasn't quite risen yet, it's trying. I've got about a 13k walk down to the bottom this morning. Hopefully I hitch a ride back to where I parked my car, otherwise it'll be a 20k day. So. And I'm back at the car. Walk down was pretty good. Turns out it's a little bit shorter coming down than I thought it was, so I ended up walking all the way back anyway. I think it totaled like 15k. But yeah, beautiful walk down. Very steep. I'm glad I went up the way I did and down the way I did, because it's almost vertical in places. It's quite impressive. But yeah, walked right down to it through a rainforest, had to cross a river, and I promised someone that I would swim in any swimmable water, and whether it was swimmable is debatable, but nonetheless, a promise is a promise. So I went for a swim. It's good. It wasn't the first time on this trip that I had done something similar. Anyway, so yeah, from there went back to here, and here we are. So that's it. That's the trip. Cool.